teacher. Of course, I'm not talking about teacher preparation in all subjects. I'm focusing in English because this conference is for English educator. Many students who choose to continue to study in teaching faculty, English department, are still not sure whether they want to be English teachers. Well, I think we need to clarify to all the students who enter university, faculty of education, then it means 80 to 90% they prepare themselves to be teachers. Because we cannot make it ambiguous. If they want to learn English, they may go to English department which do not prepare them as teachers. So it has to be clear for the candidate, for the students who enter the English education faculty, that they have to be sure, or at least 99% sure, that they want to be teachers. Because it will make the program easier and more targetful. The curriculum structure and or modules in English education has not yet directed into preparing students or candidate teachers to teach English. And I think this is influenced by my reflection in number 2. Because it's ambiguous, then the program in English education is, has probably doubt if the content is not focused on English, but on teaching. Maybe. And probably there are many more reflection that you can add to my reflection. Now, let's think on what, how, and why we can transform English teacher education to meet the demands of our children to participate in 21st century life. Because, this is our main job. Our main job is to educate candidate teachers to face young children, young students, young people, alpha generation, to participate in their life, which has changed dramatically at the moment. So, I have 4 proposals. First of all, is minimum qualification required recruitment process. When recruiting the students to enter English department, education, then we need to require all students entering the program to achieve at least B2 CEFR level to start. To start is B2 CEFR. What's the B2? You can check. You are all English practitioner, so you can check what are the competencies expected in CEFR B2 level. In this B2 level, then individuals are expected to be able to communicate in almost any situation that required them to respond in English. How can we measure that the students have the CEFR level? Well, you can decide whatever tools you can use in order to identify the English level of the students. Because teaching professions need sound capital, yes? Capital that is needed during the process of becoming a teacher. And what is that capital for English teacher candidate is the English level. Other things, English level. Because I always said that English teacher do not need any test to show that they are real English teacher. It is enough to just practice using English in any ways to face the students. It needs certain level of English. If it never be started, then I am afraid we are going to have a shortage of more capable workers or capable industry players who can participate in the global world. Because so far, English is the tool. And number 2, reconstruct the structure of the curriculum. And in reconstruct the structure of the curriculum, that's why I have number on my slide, because I have a few suggestions in the reconstruction of the structure of the curriculum. The first reconstruction, if the first or the two yes, if to reach this minimum, the first 2 or 3 semesters might be focused in improving the quality of the students' teachers' English competencies. So we pack the English in the first 2 or 3 semesters. Why? Because in order to develop the students' confidence, they have to be exposed to be able to use English fluently. Then, and slowly but sure, more accurately. Without this capital, how can they deal with their classes in English, where they are demanded to communicate with their students? And the next benefit is also to help them deal with more complicated texts in some pedagogical theory that they need. Unless they master on how to read effectively, how to summarize, how to explain in English properly, then I'm afraid what I face now with English department students is they have difficulties in even reading texts on pedagogy for English teachers. It's because their English is not sufficient yet to understand more complicated texts. And also, it might lead them to become more independent learner, because we expose them into online learning, independent learning, and on and on and on and on, and then practice in the classroom. Then they realize that it is the importance of the level of English for English teachers. For your information, I think Indonesia is the only country in ASEAN which has no requirement for their English teacher yet. And I think Pak Subhan, I think from Australia, has done some research on this. The next one, the reconstruction, is the following semesters, when they're required to visit schools, they are directed to develop their reflective skills instead of reporting. Lecturers can utilize technology to guide them to reflect and synthesize, and at the same time, help them improve their English competency, especially in communicating ideas. So in the structure of the curriculum, there has to be component of visiting schools, and then followed up by reflection, which is led by the lecturer in order to improve, to develop their reflective skills. Yes. And why? Because in teaching profession, reflection is the key for professional development. And it has to be started even when they learn to be teachers. Because skills in reflection is not a weak skill to develop. It goes through process over time. The more you do it, the more you are skillful, the more advanced, the deeper your reflection. And then the next reconstruction is to provide more time allocated for classroom management. This is super, super, super important to prepare teachers to teach Alpha generation in 21st century. Why? Because classroom management become more complex with Alpha generation students who are connected, who are very much into online things. It is in the way teachers manage classroom that some soft skill, such as communication and collaboration, can be developed. How can they develop the skills if a module on classroom management is only given in a couple of hours, or even in only 2 SKS? Yeah. Teachers' classroom language need to be addressed in classroom management module. How teachers use, especially English teachers, use English in managing their classroom. Differentiated instruction is also part of classroom management. So classroom management should have time and more analysis, more reflection, more observation for the student. And then reconstruction structure of curriculum number 4 is to provide modules on digital literacy. I think somebody is talking. Provide modules on digital literacy, which includes computational thinking. You might raise your eyebrow. Computational thinking? What is that? Maybe, probably you have known. So digital literacy for students and teachers is one of the essential literacies of 21st century. And therefore, using technology to advance human capabilities to make the world more inclusive and sustainable needs to be intentional and intensifies, because everybody can use digital device, especially children in this era. But then, for what purpose? So that's why digital literacy should be part of the module, should be part of the program. Just ICT, but digital literacy and computational thinking. Let me show you some reasons. Why computational thinking? Computational thinking has the potential to advance students' problem-solving skills and abilities significantly as they begin to think in new ways. I think this is another field of research for teachers and candidate teachers and educators to find out what's the relationship between computational thinking and teacher preparation. Computational thinking has the potential for application in a wide range of disciplines outside computer and information science. For example, computational thinking could be applied to language arts by having students do linguistic analysis of sentences, identifying and representing patterns for different sentence structure. And computational thinking also has the potential to foster creativity and abstract thinking. There are many more actually. So it's important that we develop teachers' understanding of computational thinking in the context of the subject matter they teach. I know I almost ran out of time. And then my third proposal is using coaching approach and reflective practice during the teaching practice. How we can do it? Lecturers need to lead the candidate teachers using coaching principles such as giving opportunity for students to express opinion, become good listener, do not offer solution. This is the hardest part, I think, for us as lecturers, not to offer solution. Give opportunity for the students to find out solution. And we trigger them by asking reflective questions in order that they can make their own decision. And we do not judge. Why? Because this is to support them to be more independent and confident when they face their real classroom. And then number 4, lecturers, us, we should model effective teaching and learning process in their classroom. We need to always learn and improve because our students now are also Z generation, Generation Z, who are closely linked to devices and technology. And that's why we need to learn a lot more. We need to learn a lot more to prepare teachers in the 21st century. Let me close with a quote for us. To teach is to show. You can teach what you don't know. You can guide where you don't go. And you can grow what you don't sow. By Kevin Peter Hall. Thank you so much.
Presentation, thank you. Give applause, everyone. Bu Ice, here with me, around 40 participants join with me here in the room. And
Still
also
muted.
would like to
Still
say hi to Bu
muted.
Ice here in the room. Oh, still muted?
Is it mute now? Okay,
Is it
good.
mute now?
Now.
Okay, good.
No, now
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Rachel, for your
Okay. Thank you, Bu
wonderful.
Ice, for your wonderful presentation. Give applause, everyone. Bu
Here
Ice,
with me,
here with me,
Yes?
join with me now, around
and they would
40
like to say hi
participants.
to you,
And they would like to
Rachel.
say hi to you, Bu Ice. Hi, could you hear them?
Hi.
They say hi.
Yes?
Yeah, around 40
Yeah,
participants here in the room
40
join
participants
you.
here in the room join with me.
Hi!
Yeah. Hi.
They say hi to
I miss you
you.
They
all.
say hi to you. Yeah, I miss you too,
Yeah, I
Icha.
hope one day we can
Yeah, I
meet
hope one day
soon.
we can meet soon.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
interesting
that's
topic
very interesting
regarding
topic
teacher education.
regarding teacher education.
Improve or
Should it be
transform.
improved or
Very
transformed? Very interesting, Bu Ica. And then also interested in teaching English to young learners and what Bu Ica said right now. As the teacher, we have to prepare the student to face this new era because there are a lot of distraction, especially from technology because critical, critical thinking here is very important. And then as the teacher, we also should prepare the student, like develop soft skills. That's very also important. And also digital literacy. Yeah, I agree with Bu Ica. It should be part of the module or the program. So maybe, is there any question from the on-site participant? Oh yeah. Yeah. From on-site participant, there's one question, Bu Ica.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all.
Waalaikumsalam.
I'm Nia from Actually, I'm teaching at Surya Kancana University in Cianjur, but also studying in Universitas Negeri Jakarta. So, what Miss Iche, Ibu Iche today's, where is it, tell us is really reflecting what I'm worrying all this time. So it's kind of curhat as a lecturers in LPTK. So when Bu Iche said we have to set a kind of standard when we recruit the pre-service students for being teachers later on, being an English teachers, to be honest, it's very difficult for me. I'm teaching in a small cities. It's very difficult to get students. So even actually we know we have to set the standard this high, but in reality, it's very difficult. So we just take whatever students that enroll to our departments for whatever English they are. So in the first years, all of us lecturers are struggling in training them to have these standards of English, because you know the competitions amongst the universities to get students nowadays, especially in education field, is very high, and it's very difficult for us to select the future teachers that for English teachers in our department. So for when they come to us, they just accept them. That's the reality, and I think I need also some solution for that. Maybe for a big university, it's not really a problem, but for small university, it is a problem. And the second one is about the preparation, how to prepare the future teachers. We know that, we agree that we have to, prepare them very, very well, including their 6Cs, TPAC, or everything. But at the end, when they graduate, they still have to compete with non-teaching graduates with PPG. They not automatically become professional teachers to be admitted as professional teacher after they struggling 8 years with high investments, but they still have to compete with other who at the beginning doesn't have any intention to be teachers, but at the end, enak juga jadi guru, daftar PPG deh gitu. So when my students who are genuinely want to be teacher from the very beginning, at the end, they have to still struggling and compete with those who actually not really want to be teachers at the beginning. I think it's quite unfair. And after the other problems also, when Bu Iche said we have to put the mind of the student that they will be teachers at the end. But when we promote, to be honest, I said you can also not being a teacher. You can be a translator. Okay, translators. Okay, you can work in the bank. We can work anywhere just to attract them to join our departments. Because we know in small cities like in my cities, the salary is not really good. It's really difficult to attract them to be teachers. By joining our department, or if only we say you can be teachers, because nowadays they prefer to be a factory workers dealing with English because the salary is very high compared to honorer in SD or SMP or anything. I know being teacher should be genuine, but we also need some fun. So it's kind of dilemmatic for me when I said, okay, join our programs, being teacher. But when we see the reality, in the beginning, it's really struggling. And I think it's, common problems in small universities and in small cities like mine. So I think I need your opinion how to deal with that. In one side, I want to, just like you said, set really high goal for new students who come to my department. At the other side, I don't have any choice than to take any student with any levels of English. And we have to deal with them and work very hard to create good English teacher with those qualities. But at the end, they still have to struggling and compete with non-English and so non-education students graduate, and also with low salary. So what should I do with these things? Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a very, very important questions and very good analysis that at some point I can answer you directly, but probably we also need to think together to solve the problem. Number one, your problem with the intake, yeah, with students who enter the university with low level of English. I think that this is aligned to my reflection, the level and the teaching of English in high school, which is so far, in general, if not poor, it's rather poor, and therefore, the graduates, the level of English of the graduates is low, and moreover, the time for English in curriculum 2013 is deducted, and in high school it's only 90 minutes. So this is one thing. So I think the three problems that you proposed just now is not only limited to us. It's it needs the whole stakeholders, the regulators, the practitioner, the academics, sit together to find out how we can see this problem from the from a better or wider scope, in more holistic solution. But for the short time solution, probably students with low level of English can be given responsibility to improve their English online. I think university can work together with a platform developer, or people who are expert in developing platform, to design online independent learning, and then in one semester full, in order to improve their level of English. Then if you talk about it's easy for a big university, and it's much more difficult and challenging for smaller university. Remember, the number of smaller and private universities are much, much more than the state and settled university. So that's why this is not just your problem. And then students who are, if only that the students are genuine and then develop as a teacher, and then in PPG, prajabatan, they have to compete with the non-keguruan students. I think at the moment, the government is in the process of doing something, in the process of developing regulation, which will give benefit to students who already have more skills in teaching. And then why there are lots of things that we need to discuss from your three questions. In PPG that is developed now, I don't remember all the changes, but there will be some changes in regulation. But also, those students, if only that at the end they don't want to become teachers, all the skills that they learn in the way I proposed them just now will benefit them for their life. Yeah, I think my proposal is not mainly something important for candidate teachers, but also for other fields. However, if other fields demand those skills, let alone the teachers. And then number 3, your question was on, please remind me what's number 3? Well, choosing a profession is followed by consequences, right? And that's why the LPTK, which develop teachers, should bring issues on how to develop skills that make them great teachers, in order that they can benefit financially from being good. And this issue cannot be just discussed in this very few minutes. This issue is a national issue. Let's see now, because issue on undang-undang sistem pendidikan is being thrown to the society to give comment, etc. Please give comment, join other people, read the rancangan undang-undangnya, and then give comment to it, and see. Let's help the whole stakeholders to make good decision for teacher, because at the moment, for your information, we are shortage of teachers. Kita itu kekurangan ribuan guru. And how come if then we cannot help our country to prepare teachers? So again, thank you very, very much for your 3 issues. And these issues are very important, and I will remember to bring it into any discussions that lead into highlighting this issue. Thank you. Yes, because I think, yes, please. No, go on.
Hello, Puicha. It's
Hi.
great to meet you again.
Yes.
Yeah? I could see your great spirit and enthusiasm, for the Indonesian teachers' education. Yeah, you are very consistent with your idea. When I met you in the British Council at the time, you proposed also to the Balitbang Dikbud for the primary education to teach English, not as an optional, but as an that is very compulsory. Yeah, that is to compete with the other countries in especially Asian. Yeah, I remember that I supported you, the idea, the great idea. Now, but you know that the result is now that SPK, or the international school, is mushrooming in Indonesia. Now, that is the proof of the needs of the English from earlier age.
Yes.
Now, my question is, Bu, as a matter of fact, Bu Ija, that the senior teacher, sometimes like me, sometimes I have to ask help for my students, help for the ICT problems. Yeah. So it seems that millennial students, it seems to be the teachers for the ICT. Yeah. Now that is the fact that I also ask my children how to fix this and how to do that for on ICT. Now that is the problem of the teachers side.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if we know the alpha generation is, I think they are very their life are also digital, yeah, their digital life. So how can we have to prepare the teachers who can teach the digital generation? It's not easy. Now, maybe you can have some opinions for this. Okay, once again,
Yes.
Icha, thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Thank you. I think it is also highlighted in the education working group meeting G20 about
Yeah.
gotong royong.
Oh,
About gotong royong. Gotong royong is taken as the semangat G20. And I think this is because Indonesia is the presidency for the G20, and Indonesia highlighted the importance of gotong royong. One of it is including how young people can help the more senior teacher, the more senior lecturer to learn about ICT. And the more senior lecturer with their experience can share the wisdom on how to use it.
yeah.
I know it's not always easy, but I think we must. We cannot argue that we must learn from young people in using the technology. I think this is very important.
Yeah, I do agree. So the teachers learn the skills on ICT from the students, and the students learn the wisdom from the teacher.
Is Pak, for us, the seniors, sometimes are a bit reluctant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And this is what we need to encourage our community, senior lecturers, to go on learning, because probably you, I, and some our friends are very eager to always learn about the technology.
Yeah.
But many are probably a bit reluctant. So
Yeah, that's correct. So humble and passionate teachers, that is the key for learning. Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. And I think I would like to highlight Ibu Heavy point in here. Ibu Devi wrote, it's like a self-reflection for me as an English teacher at the university, that I still miss the idea of understanding the need of alpha generation. Combining appropriate teaching and learning with technology tool is still the main problem. What should a lecturer do to enhance their creativity in combining learning materials and technology tools that can meet the need of students in terms of practicing the skill of English communication in professional life, so that they are ready to compete in industry once they graduate from university? I think it's related to Pak Singgi's concern that we need to collaborate and learn. Thank you. Yes. From us.
Students
Yeah.
self-reflection, and I think this is very important for me, and I would like to try to give my students self-reflection, like Bu Ichi said, related to student self-reflection, also teacher self-reflection, to know their, regarding their feeling, or what they like in learning, and then to face this modern era or this technology era. So on behalf of Beltic committee. I would like to thank for your insightful presentation today. Thank you very much, Bu Ice. Stay healthy, ya, Bu.
Amin, amin. Thank you so much. Thank you for the appreciation.
Thank you. Yeah, and I would like also I would like to share the certificate for Bu Ice from Beltic. It is an honor to have you here, Bu Ice. Thank you very much,
Thank
and
you.
see you soon,
Thank
Bu.
you very much. Yes,
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
To Miss Anugrah Imani and also Miss Ichi Hodija for your great and insightful topic. And what we are going to do right now, Chel?
I
Okay, we will have a coffee break. So for everyone, you can enjoy the coffee break for EED student at the first floor and for the regular participant at the second floor. And right after that, we also will have parallel session. So for those who joining this session, please take a note that our session will be commenced at 10 to 10.
And also, while having the coffee break, you may have a look at the poster presentation at the second floor. And for the online participant, you can check the poster presentation on the website and Instagram of Beltic at Beltic_Indonesia. And we already shared the link to the participants group. Thank you and see you in the next session.